What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about silver and what price it would need to hit before I think is the right time to consider selling. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course the brand new Crackin' Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to talk about the price silver would need to hit before I think is the right time to consider or contemplate parting ways with some of that silver and exchanging it back for cash. I'm going to try to put myself in the shoes of somebody of the short-term mentality, because I think that's probably the only person who would really be asking the question. And while we're on the topic of prices, I want to talk about the spot price really quick, because it is Friday and spot price of silver is $24.38 as I'm filming this video. And funny enough, silver has not really budged much at all this entire week. Sunday night, it went from $24 and very quickly up to $25, then $26, then right back to $24. It stayed at $24 all day Monday, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, and then on Thursday it creeped into the $23 range, and then sure enough, here we are on Friday back at $24. I thought this was going to be a roller coaster of a week. Turns out it's been a pretty complacent week, for silver anyway. But today I want to talk about the spot price of silver and what it would need to hit in order for me to contemplate parting ways with the silver if I was of the fiat mentality and short-term mindset. And this video was actually inspired by a subscriber's question. The question is coming from Lee Price, and the question is, what price do you sell at? That's actually kind of funny. Price is asking a question about price. So first and foremost, thank you so much for asking the question. I look forward to answering it throughout the course of the video. And if anybody watching right now has a question for me, ask away in the comments, and I'll do my best to dedicate an entire video to you and answering your question. So first things first, when it comes to parting ways with your silver, in my opinion and from my perspective, I don't think that we should really be doing that at all. In my opinion, I think silver is for the long term, unless of course there's some type of financial emergency going on with you on a micro level. You absolutely need cash for something. It's always nice knowing that your silver is there for you. I definitely sleep better at night knowing that I have some money tucked away and packed into silver rather than having absolutely nothing at all. I think even having a couple dollar bills stashed away is better than having absolutely nothing at all. But what price would silver need to hit for me personally to sell? Truth be told, I don't even know how high silver could possibly go that could make me feel enticed to convert it back into cash. I don't think that really makes all that much sense to me, because for me personally, I'm in it to preserve my wealth for the long term. And if I were to put my dying fiat dollar bills into silver, and then silver were to go up in value, you would have to ask yourself, did silver go up in value, or did the dollar go down in value? That's what needs to be asked. That's what needs to be considered, because let's just say you put $20 into an ounce of silver. Spot price was, let's just say, quite a few months back when you can get an ounce of silver for about $20, premium included, about 20 bucks. And then a couple months down the road, here we are, spot prices $24 and change. Premiums are definitely above $1 or $2, so you could probably get away with converting that same ounce of silver into $30 rather than only $20, which is what you initially put into it. Or if you wait it out a little bit longer, who knows? Maybe silver's going to go back up into the $40 range, and maybe you convert at that point right there. So you could say to yourself,
wow, I doubled my currency. I doubled my fiat. I doubled my dollars.
that would probably be a short-sighted way of viewing or evaluating what just happened, because guess what would happen at that point? If silver were to double in fiat value, that would probably mean that a lot of other things are more expensive than they were previously. With the way inflation is working right now, anybody who knows anything about inflation, the basics of the basics when it comes to inflation, the more cash they print, the more fiat they print, the more glorified IOU pieces of paper that they print, the weaker they become. And oftentimes, you can look throughout history, when currency becomes weaker, real money becomes stronger. And by currency, I'm referring to the dollar bill, and by real money, I'm referring to silver and gold. Real, true, honest money. Everything sitting here on camera right now, I consider to be somewhat of a physical savings account. Maybe not exactly, but that's essentially what it is in my opinion and from my perspective. Also, by the way, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take anything on this channel as financial advice. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions. This is all for entertainment purposes. But in my opinion, I consider it to be a physical savings account that I have in my possession. I'm not leaving my currency with the people who work at the bank. I'm not leaving my currency in some ATM. I'm not leaving my currency in anyone else's possession. I'm taking my currency, I'm converting it into actual money, internationally recognized as money, constitutionally recognized as money, biblically recognized as money, real, true, honest, genuine money, and I'm holding on to it on my own, by myself. That's just what I do. And it's for the long term. Similar to a savings account at the bank, you're not really supposed to touch the currency that's in there. That's supposed to be, it's intended to be for the long term. It's supposed to be for years, decades down the road. That's what I view silver as. If silver were to double, triple, maybe even quadruple in fiat dollar bill value, I still wouldn't want to convert it back into cash, because if silver were to, let's just say, quadruple in value, that could potentially mean that the dollar bill went down 75% of its current purchasing power, which is not good. Sure, you could argue that,
yeah, my silver went up in value. I made currency off of it. I made fiat off of it.
But at the same time, with the way inflation works and with all this mass printing and everything going on economically right now, you could probably bet your money or your currency on the fact that prices of everything else are going to be going up in the upcoming weeks, months, years. Just if you take a peek at what's going on economically right now, you can already tell that the dollar bill is taking some serious punishment already, and it's only been a couple of months since this national financial emergency, we'll call it. The dollar bill is already taking noticeable punishment. I knew that it would. I just didn't think it would be so evident already. The dollar bill was weak and old and fragile and brittle before any of this even happened. And then when this happened, the dollar bill started really taking some hits. And I thought it was going to be maybe 2021 or 2022 where we would actually start to notice, oh wow, everything that happened in 2020, I'm starting to notice, the ramifications now. No, it's already starting, and it's only been a couple of months. So in my opinion and from my perspective, I think it's going to be a really bumpy ride when it comes to the dollar bill. When it comes to silver, I feel like I can rest assured that my money is safe, my money is protected. I do not feel the same about the currency that I leave in the bank. I do leave some in the bank. I haven't gone completely bankless. In my opinion, that would be a foolish thing to do. You gotta have some currency. You got to have some digitalized dollars for online transactions or for all the stores that say debit cards and credit cards only and aren't accepting the actual cash. Diversification is key, in my opinion. So coming around full circle, I personally do not believe that silver could go to any specific dollar amount for me to say, I'm going to cash out early. That's not what I'm doing it for. I am not stacking silver for gains or profits or lump sums of cash to walk away with. That's not what I'm in silver for. That's not what I believe silver should be used for. I don't think silver should be looked at as a way to make money, because it is, after all, at the end of the day, money. If you're looking to make currency aside from your job, you might want to take into consideration looking into or researching real estate, the stock market, or a business of some sort. I think those are a good way of generating currency. But preserving wealth for the long term and saving your money, that's what I view silver as. And gold. Silver and gold are methods of saving money. So even though I couldn't really see myself cashing out or selling off or converting my silver back into dollars, regardless of what spot price decides to do, however, there is something else I could absolutely see myself doing. There is something a little bit different. Aside from everything that I shared in today's video, there is one more thing that I want to explain, and this is something that a lot of people will absolutely agree with me on, which is converting the silver, not into cash, but into gold. Converting one metal into the other metal. Gold takes up so much less space. One of the biggest issues people have with silver is that they say it's a waste of space. They're like,
Sure, it's a good way of saving money. Sure, it's a good way of preserving wealth. Sure, it can be used as a hedge against inflation decades down the road. But oh my god, I don't have room for it.
that's where gold comes in handy. Except gold, it's almost like a double-edged sword. Silver takes up a ridiculous amount of space. Gold takes up very little space, but it's hard to get your hands on because the spot price of gold is so far away. The spot price of gold right now is really only like $20 away from $2,000 an ounce per troy ounce. Gold is out of reach for most people. Not a lot of people can take $20,000 and grab themselves a handful of gold. Doesn't really work that way. Not many people have that much currency. So what I like to do is take my dollars, take my currency, put it into silver, and if and when I am able to time it right and the spot price of silver goes up, which is when a lot of people convert it back into cash, but hopefully the gold to silver ratio gap would close in a little bit, and rather than converting into a dying fiat dollar bill amount, which is weaker than it was initially, I'd convert it into gold instead. Reduce the weight, reduce the bulk, and preserve those high silver spot prices. That's how I see it. In my opinion and from my perspective, that's what makes the most sense to me. But when it comes to money, when it comes to currency, when it comes to finances, when it comes to saving and spending and everything that has to do with money, we all have a different opinion. If you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers. This is what makes the most sense to me. And this video is not telling you or advising you to do anything in particular other than do as much research as possible. Don't take it from the DYDSS guide. Do as much research as you possibly can and come to your own conclusion before you make any type of move when it comes to currency and money. That's the only advice that I will give, because I'm not a financial advisor. It's all for entertainment purposes only, but it's also to initiate a conversation as well. And typically I hope that my videos can spark a bit of a discussion. So if anybody has any questions for me, or if anybody wants to add anything onto what I already said in this video, head on down to the comments, ask away, or comment away. Let me know your thoughts. But there's something else that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the gold to silver ratio, as I previously mentioned. Just a couple months back, we saw the gold to silver ratio at about 1 to 100. It would take roughly 100 ounces of silver to equate to 1 ounce of gold. From a fiat dollar bill value perspective, that is 1 to 100. So I put out a video talking about how this little 1/10 of an ounce gold coin, which is about the size of a dime, is worth right around the same amount of dollars as this 10-ounce block of silver right here. This little thing and this, I don't want to say big silver bar, but big in comparison to 1/10 of an ounce of gold, same fiat amount. Not to say that at the time it would have made sense to convert silver into gold, because the gap is very, very, very far apart. If anything, I would think it's probably more of an opportunity to convert gold into silver at that point, which a lot of people did, by the way. But I could have, many of us could have, and I'm sure some of us did, take a 10-ounce silver bar, because once these things start stacking up, they weigh quite a bit. Pretty heavy, so especially once you start to turn that pile of silver into a mountain of silver. Take one of these, or two of them. I have two in frame right here. Take this 10-ounce bar and this 10-ounce bar and trade them for two little 10th-ounce gold coins. Like I said, it reduces the weight, it reduces the bulk. I don't want to say it preserves the high silver spot price, because like I said, just for the example, that's when the gap was very far apart. But it takes a little bit of strategy. It takes a little bit of understanding the importance and significance of real, true, honest money. Like I said, it's not financial advice, but it's definitely something that I consider to be worth exploring. If this is something that's brand new to you, I get a lot of comments, especially during my live streams. I get comments from people saying, hey, I just started stacking this month or last month or 3-4 months ago. So this whole pandemic, this whole economic hardships, this whole national emergency has inspired a lot of people to get involved with real, true, honest money. And I would assume that's probably because maybe it took a global health crisis to actually wake a couple people up to the fact that our currency appears to be on its deathbed. It's really not looking all that good for the dollar. Now, do I want the dollar bill to crash and burn, collapse entirely? No, absolutely not. But it's really not looking all that good for the dollar, in my opinion. Mass printing, every time they print another one, the one in your pocket becomes weaker. It's depreciating in value. It's losing purchasing power. It's always been losing purchasing power. What could $20 get you at the grocery store 20, 30, 40 years ago? For those of you who are old enough to have been grocery shopping back then, speak up, please, in the comments. What could a $20 bill get you at the grocery store a couple decades ago? What could a $20 bill get you at the grocery store today? Probably 2 loaves of bread and 2 gallons of milk, maybe? Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Point being is that the dollar bill is losing purchasing power every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year of every decade. So it's something to take into consideration, and it's definitely something I found to be worth researching. I researched quite a bit, and I decided that I wanted to convert my dollars into silver. And that's what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years. And I'm very happy that I did. It has been very, very rewarding. I am not going to sit here and say that I've made tons of currency off of my money, because like I said, that's not what it's for. This is for saving my money for the long run. Little by little, hopefully, I will be able to convert some silver into gold, reduce the weight, reduce the bulk, preserve those high silver spot prices, and trade what I consider to be the opportunity metal, in my opinion, for the powerhouse metal, in my opinion. The ultimate form of wealth preservation is what I consider gold to be from my perspective. And let me know in the comments anything and everything related to everything I shared in today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers, and we just hit 1,000. I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course, the brand new Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin. That piece is actually raising funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. Comes out of my pocket, not yours. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what is your answer to the question? At what price would you consider parting ways with your silver at, if at all? Maybe you plan on doing what I'm trying to do, convert some silver into gold when the ratio gap makes a little bit more sense. Maybe you are retired, or maybe you're getting ready to retire and you're just ready to cash out even though silver's not ridiculously high, just so you can use it to help supplement your retirement and just enjoy your retirement. Everyone's stacking for different reasons at the end of the day, so I'm curious, what are your thoughts on everything that I shared in today's video? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.